A different level. What is it that has caused huge changes in what we know as sea level? We talk of flooding in times past, on a biblical scale, and can see evidence of old coastlines and landscapes submerged, with many ancient depictions of floods and devastating events. I've already given thought to this briefly in The Bit in Between, of there being an extra layer around us which drained into our layer, causing a rise in sea levels. And now I wonder on a couple of other points, of how and where extra water could be displaced or appear to have come from somewhere else. Firstly, water is quite unique, they say, as an element, being able to exist in 3 different states. So if the water vapour as a gas became denser, it would mean less air above the water, increasing the volume of it to become solid, which then adds to the mass already here, and I guess we presume that it gets locked up in ice. But as water is denser than ice, it would seem to me that it sits on top or floats, as we know it does with icebergs and just your average little ice cubes. So it doesn't displace the water. Or the air density changes and creates a vast pressure pushing down on the existing volume of water, more than gravity does already, giving it a new level as such, without adding or taking any water away. Because what if gravity as we know it can change? Or the pressure can vary given the correct conditions, and then would affect the movable molecules in the atmosphere. And I keep thinking frequency is rather important here, from seeing the flat or round debate around water, and how they say it could not possibly cover a spherical object and maintain its position. After all, they call it water level, don't they? But a video of a common water experiment made me think of how it does maintain the flow on a round object. The experiment is a tap turned on with water running out of it in its normal downward trajectory, and once a certain frequency is introduced, the water suddenly changes its course to look like a corkscrew and is held in place while bending and still flowing. If we do indeed have a certain harmonic frequency being emitted from the Earth itself, either what they call the Schumann resonance or something else, then it could be possible that you could actually have a ball covered in water maintaining that flow, if the ball was tuned to the right frequency. And then I think of what you might be able to do if you could tweak that frequency, perhaps causing outrageous storms, high winds and huge waves in the middle of the ocean where the effect is greatest, starting a chain reaction that will travel and give rise to other events. The pond effect as you see it when they project a tsunami warning. And it may well be that the planet does that anyway, and that is how we have a constant motion of air and water that flows, at times being choppy and uncertain, or calm and tranquil. I guess controlling the weather is a big thing, and if you could be seen to control that, well, that would almost make you like gods, wouldn't it? I can see why some people might want others to think they can control it, or at least influence it. And recently, given all the strange clouds, unseasonal storms, and severity of things occurring, I can see why. But we as people are also opportunists, and the people who have put themselves in charge are a hyped up version of that, so would definitely take advantage of something natural and try and use it for purpose. And of course, it could be a bit of both, like with life, where we are at the mercy of nature and man alike, working together and against each other in a constant battle for control. Well, that's just how it appears, because when I put the wrath of nature next to the wrath of humans, in my mind, one very clearly has the upper hand.